Hello everyone and welcome to Jimin Weekly News episode. I'm Daydream and here is the first news for you. ARMYs go wild as JIMINie unveils his glamorous light blonde hair at his special talk with Jimin. As previously announced and mentioned by me in the last Jimin Weekly News episode, on October 30th, our JIMINie held his special offline talk event with ARMYs who received invitations through a raffle conducted on Weverse. This special talk with lucky ARMYs who had purchased his latest solo documentary, Jimin Production Diary, was a chance for them to meet our JIMINie in person. So right before the beginning of the event, ARMYs on Twitter started to post pictures of their tickets for the event and the photo cards that came with it, and also photos of what gifts JIMINie kindly provided for all of the attendees of the event as souvenirs from this precious meetup, and they were provided with popcorn, drinks, and the cutest chick-themed macaroons with different cutest facial expressions, imitating our JIMINie ones. So here are few photos I've gathered of the ARMY goodies that they received as a memorabilia souvenirs from this special JIMINie event.
배고파 너의 오빠 너의 사랑이 난 너무 고파 배고파 너의 오빠 널 사랑해.
And then when it was time to enter the event space, those attending JIMINie's special talk that day have been asked to rewrite the first verse of Jimin's touching song Letter Dear A.R.M.Y on a sheet which was later placed on stage where JIMINie conducted the meeting. And from the photos provided by the attendees of the event, we could see that many ARMYs were wearing JIMINie's purple-colored With You hoodie merchandise. And it made our hearts very happy that JIMINie will also be able to see that. And then when JIMINie arrived to the venue, he revealed to everyone his new glamorous light blonde look. And he was wearing a St. Michel's crew neck-knit green sweater which made ARMYs swoon over his cozy, fluffy, and beautiful updated appearance. ARMYs also noticed that JIMINie had few of his nails painted with beautiful and adorable nail art designs. Many also compared JIMINie's looks to little Tinkerbell fairy. And I mean, look at this, they were not wrong. The resemblance was just so obvious, especially in this look with green sweater and blonde hair. So now let's summarize a few things that happened during this special JIMINie event. First, JIMINie teased ARMYs a little bit while saying what he's been doing lately and mentioning that we are assuming that he is doing something, but he will leave everything to our imagination and not say anything specific yet. which made us want to know what he is been preparing even more.
여러분들의 상상에 맡기겠습니다. 뭐 별거 없었고요. 그냥 그렇게 밥 먹고
Then he answered ARMY questions about his solo concert and he playfully talked about the moment of Namjoon's visit while imitating A.R.M.'s serious and focused appearance.
이거 뭔지 알죠? 턱 살짝 나와가지고 보는데 뭔 말을 하고 싶은지는 알 것 같아. 이런데 전 이 말을 듣고 싶은 게 아니었거든요.
JIMINie also mentioned Yoongi and how he is working hard right now while thinking of us, and he said that Suga is one of the members who talks about ARMYs a lot.
어떻게 보면 모두 우리 멤버 모두가 다 여러분들 생각하면서 맨날 고민하고 우리가 지금 이렇게 여러분들 앞에 자주 안 보이고 이러고 있는 게 맞나. 참 맨날 한탄하면서 우리끼리 모여서 얘기도 하는데 그 중에 어떻게 보면 제일 여러분들 생각 많이 하는 사람 중에 한 명이 슈가 형이거든요.
After that, Jimin did the I'm sorry, I'm cute challenge. And following, proceed to reading the letter lyrics from ARMYs using the beat from the song, and he just couldn't stop laughing, which made this whole procedure absolutely adorable.
절대 변하지 말아요. 가볍지 않아요. 같은 마음인걸요.
He also tried reading some lyrics in English, and ARMY praised his English skills, which made him very shy but satisfied.
I will always by your side. 그 뒤에는 읽을 수가 없어요. Wow! What? I love you all. Thank you. I want to improve English skill, but I'm sorry. Thank you. 마지막.
And next up, JIMINie noticed that Tay was also commenting in the live section of the comments of his live, and he addressed those messages by saying that he really wanted Tay to be with him on the stage, and that if he would come, they would again play ping pong and have fun with ARMYs together. And after that, JIMINie responded to ARMY comment about his BBMA nominations, where he was nominated as the first K soloist in the top selling song category. And here is a clip of what he said.
네, 감사합니다. 안 그래도 새벽에 피님들하고 연락했었는데 그 탑셀링 곡에 후보로 들어가 있더라고요. 진짜 그 후보에 들어간 것만으로도 진짜 너무 감사합니다. 진짜 여러분밖에 없습니다. 감사합니다.
And then JIMINie gave very inspirational and motivational advice to ARMY about what to do when we are struggling in life, that it is much better to share those things with someone close to you, or if you don't have someone like that, just leave it on Weavers and find comfort in other members of our ARMY family.
여러분들 가족한테 말하기 참 힘든 부분들도 많잖아요. 그렇다고 친구였다가 친구가 아니게 되는 순간들도 참 많고.
After that, towards the end of the Weavers Live, JIMINie also cutely sang Letter and did a little adorable dance to it.
서투기만 하네요. 춤도 춰줘요. 뻔하단 거라지만 가볍지 않도록 이 말을 전할게요. 네.
He also, while preparing to take photos with A.R.M.Y, saw and acknowledged A.R.M.Y's surprise banner for JIMINie's special talk that was saying, "This is our special story." And he decided to take photos while holding it as well. And at the very end, when he was already leaving the venue, he made sure to walk around the whole place and shake hands with A.R.M.Ys sitting in each row. It was absolutely precious moment for everyone that was there and for all of us watching the Weavers Live, who were very happy for them, but also extremely jealous. So of course, the whole special talk with Jimin created a huge buzz on Twitter and it was trending #1 worldwide while the JIMINie's production diary Weavers Live was happening. Other trends included also #BlondeJimin, #JIMINie, #Special Talk with Jimin, and #JiminRubio. And Twitter wasn't the only place where A.R.M.Y was swooning over JIMINie's stunning new looks and beautiful words, because Jimin appeared in Deku Hot Session with more than 18,000 views and 241 comments after the special talk with Jimin event. K-netizens filled Jimin with words of love such as how sweet, beautiful, adorable, lovely. They also mentioned that Jimin looked like a true fairy and that their hearts melt for Jimin, also wanting for him to do more meetings with fans like that, and that he looked like a lemon candy. And finally, the cherry on top of everything was the official BTS Twitter post, as well as moments captured by A.R.M.Y with those absolutely stunning, cute, and incredibly beautiful photos of JIMINie with his new Tinkerbell Fairy look. And the next news also connected to JIMINie's production diary was that A.R.M.Ys were amazed by Jimin's star power for the revenue he generated for HYBE with his documentary. So after the broadcast of JIMINie's production diary documentary, the number of viewers that were attracted to it is worth mentioning because it was a paid content, which would naturally limit the number of people who could watch it. And the broadcast showed that it had attracted 511,000 live viewers, which would translate to 13.7 billion won, which is 11 million US dollars. A.R.M.Ys pointed out that the revenue generated from previous BTS online concerts, citing 1.3 million, 993,000 and 756,000 viewers for the Master sooo, Motswan, and Bang Bang Con, were bringing $76 million, $48 million, and $20 million in revenue respectively. In fact, other fans also pointed out that this number is actually much higher because there are other fans who could have paid for the broadcast but had not been able to watch it in real time, either due to busy schedules or different time zones among other reasons, and will instead watch the playback later on. Thus, it can be deducted that Jimin's broadcast actually attracted more than half of the viewers for all BTS concerts, and fans couldn't help but marvel at his star power and massive influence. JIMINie is a rare gem, and his ARMY fans recognize this fact. We always want to see his train of thought and his perspective on different things that lead to the beautiful songs that he creates. It is no surprise that he can attract such a large number of viewers who wish to see his work and are willing to pay for it. And next up, we had, with a total of 908,297 votes, JIMINie being crowned as the King of K-pop of 2023. In the poll run by the biggest international voting site, The King Choice. And this is a title that our JIMINie has been holding for 5 years in a row now. Absolutely amazing and well deserved. Next, JIMINie ranked first in K-Idol individual monthly ranking as he accumulated a whopping 1,466,591,514 votes in the month of October, and extended his record as the idol with most monthly wins for 31 months overall. Jimin has been at the top of the monthly chart since August 2020 and is continuing to dominate this ranking. He was included as the #1 idol in the Hall of Fame for 31 months overall, and still holds 10 K-Idol records all kill. And then one more poll JIMINie won recently was for iKpop, where he has been chosen as Idol of the month October, continuing his third streak month and scoring third win of 2023. And then, as of other achievements of the past weeks, JIMINie became the first and only Korean soloist to have an album reach 1.3 billion streams on the Spotify platform. And he also set a record for K-soloist, which achieved 1.3 billion streams of an album in the fastest period of time. And then JIMINie achieved 2.2 billion streams on Spotify across all credits and became the fastest K-pop soloist in history to do so in just 560 days. And also, Jimin has now spent a total of 140 days at #1 on Spotify South Korea Daily Top Artist Chart. He is the first and only solo artist in the chart's history to reach this feature. So congratulations to our wonderful JIMINie for all of his recent records and achievements. Let's make sure they are continuing to pile up for our amazing artist JIMINie. And the next news, on November 2nd, in the recent article for Naver News, it was announced that previously mentioned and teased BTS's documentary BTS Monument Beyond the Star, which covers BTS's 10-year journey, will be released on Disney Plus next month. It will contain music and video materials that BTS has released from its debut to recent times, as well as interviews with each member. It will show not only group activities but also how individual members spend their daily lives and what thoughts they have on a daily basis. And finally, it will reveal also their commitments and aspirations in preparation for the second chapter of group activities. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait for this documentary to come. I am so curious and so excited for all the things that will be revealed in it for us. And one more OT7 news came on November 6th when Coldplay shout out BTS members and Jin by playing Jin's song Astronaut at their concert in Tokyo. And here's a clip of what Chris Martin said on stage about our boys.
We send love to our brothers in BTS because a lot of them right now are in the army, and we love those guys. And in honor of BTS, we are going to play a song that we gave to Jin. We've never played this before on our own. Maybe we'll never play this again. This is Jin's song. This is called The Astronaut, and we send this with love to everybody in any situation anywhere. This is particularly for Jin and BTS boys. Okay, ready? 2, 3, 4.
And now let's move on to JIMINie news in the fashion world. So first, on November 2nd, we got a new JIMIN DIOR Men's Spring 2024 campaign advertisement video posted on all official Dior social media accounts like Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. And with this video, the two new photos from the campaign were also uploaded on the official Dior Korea website, along with an article advertising the campaign. And it said, a new identity is empathized at the center of the campaign, implemented by singer, dancer, and composer Jimin, a friend and global ambassador of the House of Dior. And also a quote from Kim Jones that said, I was lucky enough to meet Jimin when I joined Dior many years ago, and we always talked about fashion. I was keeping an eye on his growth and development. I wanted to work with Jimin, who has amazing style and personality in this campaign. Dior also has posted Jimin GQ Korea covers on their official Instagram, and Dior's various social media official accounts are now using Jimin as their header on main pages like Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat, Pinterest, and Kakao channel, where the JIMINie newest advertisement video also is playing on the first main page of Kakao Talk Dior channel. And Jimin is also gracing Dior's official page on Naver. Jimin's Dior Men's Spring 2024 campaign pictorial is also available on the Dior website in countries around the world, including Korea, France, China, Japan, and United States. Additionally, as a fun fact, I will tell you that these two styles that you can see right now are already sold out in Dior Japan official website. The brand power of JIMINie is shining once again. And then next, on November 3rd, we got the short behind the scenes of making the Dior Spring 2024 campaign video starring Dior Global Ambassador Jimin, posted on Dior official Twitter account and on YouTube Shorts. And next up, on November 7th, according to luxury magazine Lux Digital report, among the 15 most popular luxury brands online, Dior ranked number 1 and Tiffany ranked 8, which even further confirmed that our JIMINie is the global ambassador for the most popular luxury brand online and the most popular luxury jewelry brand online in the world. And then even more proofs started to surface online when we begin to discover that JIMINie's Dior Spring 2024 campaign pictorial is available on the back cover of GQ Italy November issue and also Icon magazine Italy issue 85. Then we also discovered that a 2-page spread for JIMIN's Dior Spring 2024 campaign is available in the November issue of GQ France. And another advertisement that A.R.M.Y found was on the back cover of the November-December issue of Men Noblesse magazine. And it has been reported that JIMIN's Dior Spring 2024 advertisements are featured in at least 5 December 2023 Japanese magazines issues so far, in Popeye Inside Cover, Yumio Inside Cover, GQ Japan Opposite Contents, Pen, and Men's Nonno Inside Cover. It is so fun to discover all of those magazine issues around the world where our JIMINie's Dior Global Ambassador campaign is shown. Next, Thai actor and model Apo Natawin shared JIMIN's post on JIMIN Dior Spring 24 campaign photo on his Instagram story, as well as Korea Dior fashion PR Evelyn Hwachung posted JIMIN Dior photo on her Instagram story along with JIMIN Dior YouTube link with the caption "Finally out." And then London fashion agency House Plus Home creative director Carl Bolander and Ronnie Cook Newhouse posted JIMIN's #Dior Spring 24 campaign advertisement video on their accounts as well. And additionally, Lucy Biden, Kim Jones studio design director, posted JIMIN Dior Spring 2024 campaign advertisement in Ginza 6 shopping complex in Tokyo on her IG story. So, if we mention JIMIN Dior advertisement in the biggest shopping malls and luxury outlets in the world, I have to tell you that A.R.M.Y found them literally everywhere. The posts about those magnificent campaign photos and videos were coming from USA, Paris, Berlin, Sydney, Japan, and also like a dozen locations in China, Korea, Thailand, Taiwan, and so on. Overall, as of latest update on November 8th, the number of locations grew over 70, and it is expected to keep rising as Dior has 210 store locations around the world. And it is absolutely huge and insane to witness this royal treatment for our fashion king JIMINie from Dior, only confirming further their complete trust in JIMIN's great brand power. So now let's take a look at a compilation video of all of those locations around the world where JIMINie Dior advertisement was spotted. Enjoy!
사실은 내가 그게 아닌가 봐. I want you to feel baby. Yes, you feel right. 저는 느껴지지 않게 네가 웃을 수 있게. I want you to feel baby. You can feel right. 이 밤이 너에게 솔직할 수 있게. 이제 내게 약속해. 하루에 몇 번 쉬어. 혼자를 느껴들어. 날 버리지는 마. 이렇게 잠깐 멈춰서 새끼 속을 걸고 이제 내게 약속해.
And now the summary of JIMINie mentions by other idols, celebrities, media outlets, and much more. So first, on October 30th, in one of the latest Suga Suchita episodes, he invited his fellow 93 liner, a member of a group, SHINee Taemin. And during the video, it wasn't surprising that Yoongi brought up the fact that JIMINie has done some TikToks with Taemin and that they are longtime friends. Suga also mentioned that Taemin and Jimin are very similar in their image and they both have even similar personalities because they made people around them feel very comfortable. And as they were talking about JIMINie, unexpectedly, our lovely sweetheart JIMINie appeared on the show as a surprise guest and a gift to Taemin. It was revealed later that Taemin didn't have any idea about what's going on and was very surprised by JIMINie's appearance. Then they all talked and drank together and Taemin praised JIMINie's dance lines and his amazing athletic abilities. Yoongi and JIMINie also continued with their usual mini bickering session, this time about speaking English. And at the end, all three of them took a picture together that was later on posted on the SHINee's official Twitter account. We were so happy to see JIMINie back on Suchita, meeting up with one of his closest and long-term industry friends. And then also on another recent Suchita episode where Cookie was a guest once again, it has been revealed that JIMINie and Jungkook filmed a travel variety show or travel vlog video content while they were in the US, and Jungkook said it was hilarious, while Suga was saying that there's something about JIMINie that tugs at your heartstrings, and he is absolutely right. But oh my goodness, we cannot wait to see this travel vlog of JIMINie and Cookie having fun in the US. Hopefully, it will be released soon. And next up, on November 6th, tattoo artist Donghua shared via his Instagram photo with JIMINie making this adorable face with a heartfelt message saying, posting this after thinking about it for a long time, I think they are cool musician friends with passion and perseverance that I've seen for a decade. I have known them since before their debut and have worked with the company and members, but unfortunately I have not often seen them in busy schedule. Working with them had some big and small problems, but always cheering hard has never changed among the many works I did with them. I'm posting a picture of Tito's work with Jimin. Please only look at the bright side. And with that, we got HD photos of all JIMINie tattoos, almost all, because not the full back tattoo of his moon phases, but the initial moon tattoo on his neck and all of the other tattoos that JIMINie has currently in HD after so many years. Oh my goodness, his Nevermind tattoo, his 13 tattoo on the wrist, Young Forever on the elbows, and the youth behind his ear. ARMYs were completely shooked by this update and were praising the work of the artist and how beautifully he done those tattoos for JIMINie. ARMYs also pointed out that the Nevermind chest tattoo photo was from many years ago, like around 2018, because of the necklace that JIMINie was wearing all the time at that period of BTS's career. It was an incredible update and the one that absolutely knocked us off our chairs, because we never expected to get such a close-up HD look of JIMINie tattoos. And then also later on we got a post from the tattoo artist's wife, also on Instagram, with a picture where she poses with JIMINie. And the caption was, "This was a moment I never forget in Korea with Jimin at the tattoo studio. And thank you to my husband." How sweet of JIMINie that he posed also with the tattoo artist's wife. He is just the kindest person ever. And the next news, anime fans and locals were praising Jimin for Like Crazy as the song that helped them get into K-pop. Recently, a thread on Twitter made by a K-pop fan of different K-pop songs released this year drawn attention of many locals and anime fans. Jimin's Like Crazy and Set Me Free Part 2 were both included in the thread, and within a short time, both of his songs attracted the highest engagements in terms of likes, reposts, quotes, and views. The thread has continued to gain traction among locals, fans of anime, and the K-pop world in general. And as of now, both have maintained a lead in engagements, with Set Me Free Part 2 amassing over 1.3 million views and Like Crazy soaring past whopping 7.3 million views. And here are some comments of the post quotes, some from non-BTS K-pop fans, fans of anime, non-Jimin biased ARMYs, and locals. Many stated that this is the song that got them into K-pop. Others showed that the song is already their most streamed song of all time on Spotify, even though they are not fans of K-pop or not BTS fans. Without a doubt, Jimin's talent and skills are to be envied. This is why fans are even more eager for his future projects that will undoubtedly see his solo career soar even higher. And speaking of future projects from JIMINie, recently a Jimin biased ARMY asked the frontman of One Republic, Ryan Tedder, on Twitter if he could work with JIMINie, to which he responded, "Already did, just finished recording it," which made us all ecstatic and wondering what type of song we will be getting from JIMINie that was produced or written by Ryan, who previously produced many huge artist hits like Beyonce, Ariana, Camila Cabello, Lady Gaga, Taylor Swift, Adele, and many more. Next up, at the discount store in Shinjuku, Japan, the Jimin themed crunchy chocolate bar was so popular that it was kept behind the counter and rationed to one per person because it was flying off the shelves so quickly. Original A.R.M.Y person who posted about it on their Twitter account said that they asked about it to the employee and they said that Jimin chocolates are stored separately and only sell one per person because it is so extremely popular. Oh my goodness, even JIMINie's chocolate is so hard to get. Once again solidifying JIMINie's sold-out king brand power. Next, we had also a final project for the end of Jimtober by the fanbase Park Jimin Japan called Yokohama Marine Tower Illumination for Jimin to commemorate the last day of Jimtober. And it was a truly beautiful sight to see the tower sparkling with the yellow gold light that symbolizes our JIMINie. Once again, thank you to all of the wonderful fan bases who prepared many incredible projects for this year's Jimtober. And speaking of JIMINie birthday celebrations, according to KNN News, starting next year, the Busan government will form an official task force to manage safety during big events and crowd gatherings such as Jimin's birthday celebration. And all of this just because of the amount of armies that was gathering this year in all of the spot locations for the celebrations of Jimtober. And next, as of other JIMINie TV mentions, Jimin and Taeyang's Vibe was employed as BGM on the most recent episode of the SBS docu-series Master of Living. And then on Japanese TV, a married couple discussed Jimin on TV as Hai, variety show After My Husband Sleeps. And the wife said, I love Jimin, so what would you do if Jimin appeared near me and I said I'm going to marry him? And husband replied, it can't be helped. We are glad that the husband is aware of JIMINie effect. And now we move on to JIMINie newspaper mentions. Philippines newspaper The Daily Tribune reported on an A.R.M.Y celebration and fundraising campaign for Jimin's birthday. And then we also got the article from Busan Ilbo, who reported on the use of Jimin's donation for student scholarship at Busan Arts High School. And they wrote, a student who studied with a scholarship provided by Jimin was recently accepted to the university of his choice. This student said, I was able to focus on my studies with the scholarship. Later, I will become a person who exerts a good influence. Oh my goodness, it's so heartwarming to see JIMINie generous act isn't only helping the students receiving the scholarships directly, but will continue in a cycle of good influence. Next, we got Kim Darum, makeup stylist, who shared photo of Jimin's Weaver's Life on her story and tagged makeup and hair stylists. And she captioned the post with Jimin looked so pretty today, because the post was right after JIMINie finished his Jimin production diary Weaver's Life, where he was watching the documentary with armies, and he was indeed glowing and looking extremely pretty that day. And then we got a Instagram post from support track the company who delivered JIMINie gifts for ARMYs on his special talk with Jimin fan meeting. And with their post, they said support track will support Jimin's brilliant activities in the future. Once again, those gifts were truly adorable, and the ARMYs who received all of them were so lucky. Next up, fashion stylist and director Kim Yong-jin shared Jimin's Elle Korea 31st anniversary covers and photos on his Instagram. And also, Brazilian model Gisele Oliveira reposted Jimin's Instagram post from his Elle Korea November issue photos. The model, who worked for Victoria's Secret fashion shows, have previously expressed her love for Jimin when she attended Permission to Dance on stage in Los Angeles. And many times before, I've mentioned her as well and her JIMINie support posts. And then Elle Singapore employed Face Off as BGM in their Instagram reel about a showcase for Tiffany & Co. Tiffany high jewelry held recently in Singapore. And I have to say that this JIMINie song fits just perfectly to this kind of atmosphere. Next, in a recent interview for Hits Radio, Charlie XCX mentioned Jimin, and she said,
"Yeah, I mean, I would like that too. I think that would be pretty fierce. I don't know what Jimin's up to, but I would love it if he gave me a call and we could make that happen. So Jimin, if you're watching, it's Charlie baby, and I'm ready for the collab. Comment below, I'll see it."
And as we know, Charlie previously did a collaboration with BTS on the song Dream Glow for their BTS World game. Oh my gosh, wouldn't it be fun to have a collab song between JIMINie and Charlie? What do you think? Tell me in the comments. Next up, Chris James, singer, songwriter, producer, and one of the co-writers of Like Crazy, posted a video of him singing Like Crazy English version on his TikTok account.
Reaching for the stars, tell me, will I find myself again when I go too far? Yeah, let me have a taste.
And then P-Dog also liked and commented on this rendition of Like Crazy of Chris James on Instagram. And then another post mentioning JIMINie was from American actress, model, and Dream Academy trainee Megan Skindale, who mentioned her addiction to Like Crazy on Weavers. When asked, "What songs have you been playing lately?" she responded, "I've been playing Like Crazy 20,000 times a day." Oh my gosh, so relatable, right? And then one more Dream Academy trainee, Celeste Diaz, named Jimin as her favorite K-pop artist in an interview with Elle Korea. Answering the question, "Who is your favorite K-pop artist?" she said, "Jimin. I love his dancing and his voice." And now she is the fourth Dream Academy trainee member to speak of their love for Jimin and his music. Next post we got from the artist Han Young-jun, who posted another stunning drawing with useful lines pencil sketch of Jimin inspired from his photoshoot for Elle Korea November issue. And it looks absolutely gorgeous. And the next news, JIMINie's Face album is nominated in 4 categories at the 33rd Seoul Music Awards, along with Jungkook's Golden, This Layover and J-Hope's Jack in the Box Hope Edition albums. And the nominations are for the following categories: Main Prize Bonsang, Hallyu Special Awards, Popularity Awards, and Male Solo Singer. The awards will be happening next year in Bangkok on 2nd of January 2024. And then the other things that we got during this last week and a half was JIMINie wallpaper for Japan fan club BTS Corner and a new adorable commercial of Lotte Xyloto and BTS Xyloto lesson JIMINie version, where JIMINie is playing a role of a teacher in the most adorable glasses. And this short commercial video is also available on the Xyloto YouTube channel. If you want to watch even more fun JIMINie and BTS reaction that I cannot post on my YouTube channel, go to my Patreon and sign up right now. Also, there you can request for me to do special reactions for you. So check it out and let's have even more awesome fun together. The entrance! The dancing entrance! Yes!
This is me.
Yes! This is me!
Was making music
I want all of this. Good representation.
your face is on the
I
camera.
love this.
Maybe
Oh
I'll get
my
you snaps.
gosh. Oh my god. Okay, I was not ready. I was not ready. Let's go again. And the touching is too much. Too much. Oh, the hip rolling. The hip rolling was rolling. The short shirt and his look. Oh my god! Oh, why he did that? Why? And now the social media updates. So first, we had JIMINie commenting on GQ Korea's IG post with his full interview and photoshoot for his November cover. And what he commented was a fire emoji and clapping emoji, to which GQ Korea replied to JIMINie's comment with a comment of fire emoji, clapping emoji, angel emoji, and a purple heart. And then next, on November 1st, right after JIMINie's special talk with A.R.M.Y fan meet, Big Hit posted a new TikTok challenge on their official TikTok account, with JIMINie participating in a super cute Poppy Paw challenge. And this is what the caption of the post said. Hurry, Jimin, Jimin. Yes, Poppy Paw, Poppy Paw. Hashtag I'm doing this because they told me A.R.M.Y like it, but this is called what? Hashtag Jimin. And A.R.M.Y immediately compared this adorable JIMINie new TikTok challenge to the same challenge but with a kitty. The resemblance was astonishing. Next, on November 3rd, right when JK was doing his Weverse Live after the release of his solo album Golden, Taehyung and JIMINie hopped onto Weverse Live also at the same time for just 8 seconds to show JK that they will come to his house to hang out. The one that turned it on was Tay and JIMINie was trying to stop him and make him turn it off.
왜 끼냐고. 아, 빨리 애 방해하지 말고
이제 곧
끄라고.
간다.
아니, 끄라고 일단.
간다.
And Tay was also commenting on the JK Weverse Live that they are close to his house and that they will drop by to visit. So after that unexpected women chaos that was approaching JK and was about to make Magna Line chaos, JK hurried up and ended his weaver's life because he was concerned that JIMINie and Tae will come maybe a little bit drunk and he didn't want the life to be this chaotic at the end. And for us, it was so fun to see and know that our most chaotic and wonderful Magna Line will hang out together. Jimin Cook grabbed our hearts once again. Next, on November 4th, JIMINie posted on his Instagram a photo of Polaroid pictures that he took with Jungkook, Taehyung, and A.R.M.Y at JK's Golden Album private listening party. And they all looked like they had such a great time together, and it warmed our hearts to see them like this, hanging out like a true Bangtan family that we know and love. And then later the same day, JIMINie also posted his gorgeous El Korea photos from the November issue cover photo shoot with the hashtag Tiffany and CEO on his Instagram profile. And then next, couple of days later, on November 7th, JIMINie also posted his incredibly beautiful photos for GQ Korea photoshoot cover with the hashtag Dior Spring 24. And because we've missed JIMINie for those couple of days already so much, right after he posted those photos on his account, Park Jimin started trending at number 2 worldwide as we celebrated his appearance on social media on Twitter X. And then later the same day, 7th of November, JIMINie liked this adorable video of Maggie, the biggest baby JIMINie bias army on Instagram. As you remember, previously I've mentioned Maggie couple times before throughout my Jimin Weekly News episode, so I hope you remember her because she is just the most adorable. And when her mom found out that JIMINie liked Maggie compilation video of her loving Jimin, she showed this to her little daughter and recorded her reaction to it.
It's pretty. It is.
What an absolute incredibly precious moment this was to see and witness that type of pure love from this little girl to JIMINie and him returning and acknowledging it back. Maggie's Jimin biased army dream just came true and we are so happy for her. And the final Jimin post I have for you in this episode is from November 9th when JIMINie posted a very funny and unexpected photo on his Instagram account of an egg with a caption just because. But A.R.M.Y immediately started suspecting that it definitely might be a hint of something cooking in JIMINie kitchen, and others just compared the post to JIMINie cute beanie eggy looks from the past. And what do you think? Was it just a random fun photo he decided to throw out there, or our little JIMINie chick is planning to hatch something for us from the egg soon? Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. So that is all for this episode of Jimin Weekly News. And at the end, like always, please enjoy JIMINie achievements. See you next time.